Hello and welcome to another episode of the Driven Shot podcast. My name is Peter Monema, also known as Barça DNA on Twitter, and today's video will be the match review between FC Barcelona and FC Como. Barcelona winning 5-0 to cap off their preseason in the best way possible. A stunning performance from Fermin Lopez and Lamine Yamal. And so, without further ado, let's get to it. Well then, what a game. What a performance, what a night for FC Barcelona as they trounced Como 5-0 at the Estadio Johan Cruyff. This was a really, really good game to watch, a feel-good game, especially the last one before the start of the season. We saw the players today coming out as their names were sung around the stadium, the players getting a chance to endear themselves to the fans, to really be a part of the family, especially for the new signings. It's really, really good to see them come out and hear their names being chanted by the fans, getting a chance to say hello properly to them for the first time. And this was a really positive and jovial atmosphere. Now, on to the game itself. I have to say, I loved the approach that both teams took. Como, of course, were a step up in terms of quality compared to what Barca had faced in preseason. So Como very early on did try and play. They didn't sit back. They came out. They tried to play through Barca's press. They tried to beat the offside trap. They tried to get in behind. They used their pace well. Had a few moments early in the game where they looked dangerous and threatening. But Barcelona, in the end, rode the early storm. They were composed themselves. They didn't panic too much. The offside trap worked to a T. And really, beyond the 10th minute mark, it was all Barcelona as they settled into the game and into their rhythm. And really, what I enjoyed in this game is you could clearly see the progression of FC Barcelona throughout preseason. They got sharper, they got quicker, their pressing was good, the offside trap looks fine-tuned, and also they look more and more dominant going forward. And this was the case for Barca's first goal here, where they press really, really well. They win the ball high up the pitch. It's Fermin Lopez there who's engaging the first line of pressure. Good way to win the ball back, and it goes onto his left foot, and it's a really, really astute finish. Low and hard into the bottom corner. Good placement there on the shot. Didn't need to hit it with too much pace, but really just more of the conviction and the preciseness of the finish is what takes the ball into the back of the net. And this is really, really good for Fermin Lopez. He needs this confidence. He needs to feel like his old self again in front of goal. And this is a very, very good step towards that. He looked very, very good today. And really, Fermin, he's looked a player reborn in this preseason period there. Very sharp on the ball, good touches, good technical ability. Also very smart as well in his positioning. He's been able to drift out into wider positions there and combine with players in ways that we haven't quite seen from him in previous seasons. So I'm hoping that for Fermin, that he can stake a claim to a spot in the first team, that he can really grow as a player, and maybe even they can become a starter at some point. We'll see if that can happen this season. But now on to Lamine Yamal, who was simply stunning today, like he's been really throughout preseason. He was phenomenal in terms of his 1v1 ability. And what is so amazing about Lamine Yamal is you're watching a player who is not only growing as a player and getting better with his passing, his decision-making, his runs, his dribbles, his finishing, but you're seeing a player who's physically growing, getting stronger, getting faster. We forget he's still a kid. He is quite literally still a child growing up into his body, and you're seeing that all throughout the season. You've seen it even throughout preseason as well, where he looks stronger because he is stronger. He's knocking players down off the ball. He's got an extra burst of pace. He looks more agile. And every time right now he engages in a 1v1, I mean, the defenders are left absolutely floundering. He is electric right now, Lamine Yamal. And tonight was no different. He was running rings around Como players today, made them look silly several times over, whether it was cutting inside, then outside, going onto his left foot, then his right. I mean, he was absolutely terrorizing them. And that played a big role in Barca's second goal, where he is working 1v1. He's trying to find a gap for a shot. He's trying to force his way through. In the end, it doesn't quite come off, but the ball breaks to Frenkie de Jong, who just plays it back to Fermin Lopez. And I have to say this, what a finish, what a goal by Fermin Lopez. They're the first touch to control the ball to calm it down, to settle it, and then pick out the top corner. What a strike. It was so beautiful as how he just almost curled it there across into the back of the net. A very, very good goal there. And just like that, it was Barcelona 2, Como 0. And what I enjoyed so much about this is Barcelona were relentless. They did not stop at 2. They kept pressing, they kept hounding their opponent. And for the third goal, Fermin Lopez yet again is involved. The ball gets played into him. And I love the fact that he spots the run of Rashford. And he plays a very, very good pass here. He doesn't just pass the ball to Rashford, but he plays it in a way to where Rashford can take the ball in his stride and run onto it. And what I loved even more is you're seeing exactly what Barcelona fans can be so excited about when it comes to Marcus Rashford. It's the raw pace, running in behind there, galloping forward between the defenders. They can't catch him. And once he's in behind, he picks out Rafinha at the back post. Rafinha scores his first goal of preseason. And just like that, it was Barcelona 3, Como 0. And once more, Barcelona kept coming forward. They smelled blood, and they did not want to stop scoring goals. Rafinha once more engaging the line of press. Once more, Barcelona pushing Como back, forcing them into mistakes. Now, on this occasion, I have to say, this is probably a foul. Let's face it, Rafinha likely fouls the Como player there as he tries to win the ball, but it's preseason, there's no VAR, so he knocks the player down, gets the ball, and then plays it to Lamine Yamal, who has the easiest of tap-ins there. And just like that, at halftime, it's Barca 4, Como 0. The game very much over. But again, Flick makes a few changes there at halftime. Koundé comes on, Ferran Torres comes on, and once more, I love what we see from Barca. Their heads don't go down, they don't slow down, they don't give up. They keep going forward again, and early to start the second half, they stamp their authority on the game one more time. It's Ferran Torres there who plays the ball over to Lamine Yamal, and what a finish this is. What a goal. It's a brilliant first-time strike from Lamine Yamal. He curls the ball so beautifully into the back of the net. This is the sort of goal that you would see from Messi. It really was a Messi-esque finish. It was wonderful. First-time strike, effortless curl to the back post, wonderful goal. And at that point, it's Barca 5, Como 0. It's game over. And really for the rest there of the second half, Barca for the most part did play within themselves. They took their foot off the gas, which makes perfect sense. This is the last game before the start of the season, so the players wouldn't have wanted to run themselves into the ground or take any risk, of course, of getting an injury before the start of the campaign. So for the most part, Barcelona sat in the shell, they defended, we saw a few changes, and I was very happy to see that we saw some youngsters come on, Rooney Bardghji, Dro, Tony Fernandez, and the rest of them coming on there, Jordan Martin as well. And it was a really good ending to the game there. The youngsters came on, and Tony Fernandez and Dro, as usual, very, very, very good to watch. Both of them are so unbelievable when it comes to their ability on the ball to make space, to shift, to beat players 1v1. Again, little nifty touches there to escape pressure, to escape the press. They are such a joy to watch, and it was a pleasure to see them throughout preseason. I really do hope that we see more of them in this campaign as cameo options off the bench. They are truly brilliant talents coming through the youth team. And Barca, in the end, cap off preseason in the best way possible. Another clean sheet there for Joan Garcia, a full 90 minutes for him. For Hansi Flick, a very good run out there for his players, getting to rotate once more. It is the first game without Inigo Martinez, who's now officially departed to Al Nassr. The transfer has been confirmed. There was no Lewandowski today as well. Unfortunately for him, he's likely to miss the first 3 games of the season as he is right now suffering with a bit of a hamstring injury that he suffered in training. Dani Olmo did not play today. There were reports earlier this week that he suffered from a muscle overload in training, which is why he was not present in today's match. Likely just no risk being taken with him right now as we gear up for a new season. So hopefully with both Lewandowski and Olmo, both players can return soon as they will be needed in this campaign. But overall, for Hansi Flick, it's a 5-star performance. It is a win for Barca to cap off preseason, a demolition there of Como, and now the team looks fit. They look energized, they look motivated. The signings are done, the squad is complete, and now all that awaits us is the start of the new season. next weekend against Mallorca. So that'll be it for this video. Thank you so much, as always, for watching, for your support. I will see you very, very soon for the start of the new campaign. But until then, take care, stay safe, and Visca Barça!